Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and do the 4 blocky ones now in Fusion 360. So I'm going to start with this one here, which is 2.25 by 1 by 1, which happens to be this exact same thing minus the circle taken out, so it's actually a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and over to Fusion, and I'm going to start a new file. Now, in my new design, it already comes up in inches. If it did not come up in inches, I would come over here to Document Settings, and I would change this unit here to inches. If I want it to always come up in inches, I come up here to my initials, CS, I go to Preferences. I wait patiently for a couple seconds as it waits to come up, and then under Default Units, Design, I make sure that that sets to inches. That way, every time I open it, the default unit will be inches. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and create that block. I'm going to create it. I'm going to draw it on this plane. I'm going to sketch out a rectangle that is 2.25 by 1 inch. I do that by, at this point, I left click to start it, and I have not left click to finish it. I'm going to type 2.25 tab 1, enter. And that goes ahead and dimensions that rectangle, which is, I think, the fastest way to do that. And then I'm simply going to extrude that up, and I'll type 1, enter. And that one is done. Notice I did change the orientation where I initially put that, so that the front, which is going down left on the XZ plane, that's going to be facing down. Alright, so now I'm going to go back and I'll draw another one. Let's go ahead and do the 1 by 1 by 1 block. I think that's pretty straightforward. Doesn't really matter. I'll place it right over here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Sketch. I'm going to place it on that plane. I'm going to place it randomly. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type 1 tab 1 and enter. I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. And I'm going to extrude that up 1 inch. Oh, pretty easy. Thinking that you can do the others, but I'm going to go ahead and do them. Alright, this is 1 inch by 0.5 inch by 2.25 inch. The question is, should I set it on its side? I feel as if the longest one would be there, so I'm actually going to draw the rectangle that is represented here, which is 0.5 by 2.25. I think that'll be the best selection of front. See what you mean. I'm going to go ahead and choose that plane. I'm going to come down here and sketch that out. And I'm going to say that 2.25 tab 0.5 enter. Finish sketch. I need to go back and see how far I need to extrude that. That is 1 inch. So I'm going to hit extrude, and I'm going to bring that up 1 inch. Enter. I believe that's the best front. That's the biggest, the most representative of that. Alright, lastly, I think I'm going to set it on edge just for fun. That is 1 by 0.5 by 3.5. I'll stand this one up. I think that's okay to do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this plane again. I'm going to go 0.5 by 1, which that actually happens to be miraculously. Finish sketch. Go back and check my measurement. That extrudes 3.5 inches. So I'll extrude that, and I'll extrude it 3.5, enter, and there. Then I'm just going to go home to my home screen, and there it is. At this point, I would go ahead and hit New on my snip tool. I'd come here, drag over that, and boom. I would copy. I would either come up here and edit copy, or I'd just hit Control C, and then I'd Control V that right into my deliverable, and that would fill the need for that.